Let's. What's the deal? They just dunks and crazy stuff like that?
More theatrical work than
Really?
anything else.
Really?
Yeah.
So is it two teams against each other? I don't know how that works.
Harlem Globetrotters versus another team, usually not very good.
Okay. Well, they usually win, right?
They always win.
Of course. Harlem, undefeated. Mounties could be undefeated if they played like this each and every football game. Unfortunately for the Mounties, the loss last week against the Riverside City College Tigers and a loss earlier in the season against LBCC. The junior college football scene, I tell you what, I mean, it's for kids who are stuck in between, deciding what they want to do with their lives. And obviously, for a lot of the guys here in junior college football, they're either trying to get themselves to a Division I school on the Mountie side, or if you look over guys at LA Harbor, I think you're just trying to continue your football career.
Yeah, I can see that. It's true.
I mean, from your experience just watching junior college football, what is it all about? Is it really just about winning and losing for these kids, or is it about progressing to get to the next level, get to schools like what we just watched with Auburn and Ole Miss?
I think that's really what it's more about. They're trying to get into the better schools, so they're going to try and play harder. Most of these guys are fresh out of high school. They're still wet behind the ears. They're trying to get used to it all. And this can give them a great outlet. They are in front of cameras, albeit not necessarily televised, but they're in front of the cameras, and it can help build them up and it make them have less stage fright when they go and move on to college level. Yeah,
well, there's obviously a lot of talented players on this Mountie sideline, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of them playing at the Division I level next season. Once again, the score at the half, 48-7, the Mounties on top of the Seahawks of LA Harbor. You look at some of the numbers for the Seahawks. I mean, what a defensive performance from Mount Sac. They forced a couple of turnovers. In addition, they hold the Seahawks' leading rusher on the season, Darren Walker, to just 34 yards on the ground. He's averaging just 2.2 yards per carry, and they've held the quarterback Tyler Seastitch to 8 of 19 passing for just 120 yards and 1 touchdown. I mean, this has got to be one of the most impressive defense I think you'll see at the junior college level.
Definitely. They're very strong. They're playing very well this game. I don't know how they can improve.
How can you improve on a 48-7 half? I just don't know. That's a great question. Real quick here before we cut to another commercial break and bring you back for the second half of action. Any score prediction here? What's the final going to be? It's 48-7 right now.
Well, as my man Todd had said, I want to see a 70-point game. Hopefully they can hold them down at 7 points.
Let's hope it does. Appreciate you joining us on the Mountie Football Halftime Report. We're going to step aside here. 48-7 the score at the half. Mount Sac on top of LA Harbor. We'll be back with the kickoff of the second half next from Hilmer Lodge Stadium in Walnut, California.
Is the team to beat in the National Football League as we begin preseason action? NFL insider Robert Dieters is up next on National Sports. The story of the 2013 Major League season has been the resurgence of the Dodgers, led by Yasiel Puig. How realistic of a shot does Los Angeles have at making the World Series? Jason Gerline leads the roundup next on National Sports. Your presentation of National Sports is brought to you by Spreaker.com. Broadcast and listen to news, radio, and music with one low monthly rate. Your show will be right back after this word from your local stations. You can contact National Sports in a number of ways, through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter with the label National Sports. We love to have you guys a part of our show and can easily join us also through text or call. You're listening to the National Sports radio station on Spreaker.com. America's pastime of baseball is changing as we know it into a sport we've never seen before. Where is the game headed in the next few years? Major League correspondent Cameron Sadeghi has the answer to that question next on the National Sports radio station from Los Angeles, California.
Hi, this is Sam Rosen, and I'm here with Sam's Situation.
Good afternoon and welcome into the corner. It's Chris's Corner here on Spreaker.com, a national sports affiliate.
Hello and welcome to the Cameron Sadeghi Show.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of the Deep Sports Talk League. This is affiliated with National Sports.
Cameron Sadeghi, Chris Sylvester, Sam Rosen, Andrew Goldstein, Daniel Levy, and the entire broadcast crew with Commissioner Robert Dieters. You are live from National Sports Radio Station in Los Angeles, California. Live from Los Angeles, we thank you for listening to another presentation of the National Sports Radio Station on Spreaker.com. Who are the hot teams in the Major League Baseball season heading into the playoffs? Stephen Hughes is on tap and set to join us next on the National Sports Radio Station from Los Angeles, California. Who is the team to beat in the National Football League as we begin preseason action? NFL insider Robert Dieters is up next on National Sports. The story of the 2013 Major League season has been the resurgence of the Dodgers, led by Yasiel Puig. How realistic of a shot does Los Angeles have at making the World Series? Jason Gerline leads the roundup next on National Sports. Your presentation of National Sports is brought to you by Spreaker.com. Broadcast and listen to news, radio, and music with one low monthly rate. Your show will be right back after this word from your local stations. You can contact National Sports in a number of ways through Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter with the label National Sports. We love to have you guys.
Started the second half at Hilmer Lodge Stadium in Walnut, California, 48-7. The Mounties on top of the LA Harbor Seahawks, and the Mounties will be kicking away here to start the second half of action. And because of a penalty against LA Harbor to end that first half, the Mounties, will have the luxury of kicking off here from midfield. So Morris and Walker will get back deep to receive, and second half just about set to be underway here, and we'll hand it off to a man that can't seem to hear us right now. Can you hear me all right, Brian? Can you hear me all right? Brian can't hear me.
I can hear you crystal clear, my friend.
All right, Brian Sabajay on the call right now.
I don't think they're ready. They're ready?
I don't know if they're ready. They might be ready.
All right, SAC Dog fans. Third quarter just about to get underway here at Hilmer Lodge Stadium, 48-7. After the penalty, that ball sails through the end zone and out of bounds. It'll be a touchback for the Seahawks to start this second half. And the Mounties have been fantastic here tonight so far. In the first half, Chris did go over some numbers for you very briefly. 48-7, your halftime score. The first down's 22-8. What a big discrepancy that is, and that'll get you in the end too. That just shows that you're able to move the ball very fluidly on the opposing team and make sure that your offense continues to click on all cylinders, if you will. And Mount Sac has done just that in the first half with Amaris Tolbert, Justin Allo, Tony Gates, and Aaron Vaughns all finding the end zone. There's C-Stitch now on the pitch and toss out to Walker. And he finds a little lane and gets on the carry. As Chris Sylvester's trying to mute me up here. asks me to do play-by-play and then tries to mute me up. So a gain of 4 officially for Walker on that carry. The toss out by C-Stitch there.
Walker's been really the only bright spot, like you mentioned earlier, Brian, for this L.A. Harbor offense really all year long.
Bright spot through the season. In the first half, it wasn't too much going on. 12 carries, 34 yards, and his long of 11 yards. And there's a early timeout by Coach Jabs before his defense is set on this 2nd and 7 play coming up. As Aaron Vaughns did find a 11-yard run touchdown early on in the first quarter, making it 7-0. Justin Allo then followed up with a 1-yard touchdown run, making it 14-0. Omaris Tolbert on a touchdown run, as well as Tony Gates on a touchdown run, making it 27-0. Omaris Tolbert found the end zone again on a 4-yard touchdown run, making it 34-0. And then L.A. Harbor got on the board with a 35-yard touchdown pass from C-Stitch to Waters, one of their top receivers on the season so far. Aaron Vaughns and Steven Short then caught a fake field goal attempt to end the half. And I believe Chris wants to give me a score update between
no, not yet.
Riverside and Long Beach, but not yet. C-Stitch now takes the high snap, and the ball is batted in the air, and that drops to the ground. The Mounties all over that play as he was looking for a screen dump-off pass to Walker, the running back for the Seahawks. It's 48-7, your score here from Hilmer Lodge Stadium.
Well, as we take a look at the stats, as you were just mentioning, who would have thought that in one half of football where the Mounties were up 48-7, Christian Fulham would have a touchdown pass and Justin Allo wouldn't.
And C-Stitch airs that ball out along the far side of the field. Intended, I believe, for Brandon Boyd. That was a 3rd and 7 play, so they'll have to get rid of the ball as they're on their own 28-yard line.
Another 3-and-out for the Mountie defense.
So a 3-and-out provided by the stingy defense of Mount San Antonio College.
They don't come any stingier than that Mountie defense, do they?
In last week at Riverside, they held the Tigers to a total of 297 yards. So a defense absolutely doing their job here, again, early on in the third quarter.
Well, I tell you what, Riverside just blocked a field goal attempt by Long Beach City College, and they are going to return this for a touchdown.
As Moore now on the punt for L.A. Harbor, and that rolls all the way down the field. And it'll be on the 34-yard line for the Mounties as Riverside getting a blocked field goal or a blocked punt?
Blocked field goal.
Blocked field goal and ran in for a Riverside touchdown, making it 19-14. Yeah, it's 48-7 your score here. And it will be Ryan Orozco taking the snaps in for Justin Allo, the 6'6 sophomore from Ayala. 6'6", 225. Orozco now takes the snap, hands it off. And that is going to be stopped in the backfield. There will be a loss of yards there as Tony Gates on the handoff there. Lost a couple yards on that carry. His first carry of the second half for the Mounties. So Ryan Orozco, the 6'6", 225 sophomore out of Ayala High School, into the game now for Justin Allo, who's going to get some rest now from Coach Jebs as they're up big here at Hilmer Lodge Stadium on a second down play, and he throws out to the far side of the field. That's going to be caught. And that was Tony Ingram on that reception there.
Tabajay.
Yes, sir.
What year is it?
2014?
Some people call it 2014, and that's the score down at Veterans Memorial Stadium, Long Beach City College 14, Riverside 20. They just took the lead.
Nice.
Go Tigers.
If you're a Mounties fan, that is good news as Roscoe now airs it out on a 3rd and 6. That's going to be batted down by the Seahawks defense on the coverage. That was Cody Wenzel, the 6', 190 sophomore out of North Torrance High School. So the Seahawks return the favor and stop the Mounties on their first drive of the second half here. 13:09 left to go in the third quarter here from Hilmer Lodge